What's up, boys? Today we're going to be doing some Magma Core with the Recon Scout. We're looking for the Nishanka Bolt Shark, and we're going to try and do a dual element electrical plus acid build, where we scale up both elements at the same time. Let's go for some movement speed. And then we're looking for the electrical conversion on the Zukov, so we have that, and probably a second electrical weapon as well, just in case, since you sometimes don't get the conversion you're looking for on that weapon. Big XP. And then we're looking for the Driller's Subata, so we can convert that into acid. And that's about it. Two electrical base weapons plus the Nishanka, and one acid weapon, since I think that's all you can get here to pair with the Nishanka. And then that will allow us to get a lot of generic elemental upgrades that also come with potency, and we can also get electrical crits. Taser, it works, but it won't have projectile upgrades, which all the three other weapons will have, but I think it is a pretty good support weapon. We can get the sidearm overclock on that to improve the damage of our other weapons. And I'm not sure if there's a fourth weapon that would be amazing here anyways. Boomerang would probably be a little bit better than Taser. XP scanner. I'm not sure if that's really going to be worth it here. I think I'm just going to go ahead and grab the ration pack, since that one always feels super nice to have. Light reload. We're mainly going for the Nishanka, so nah. We'll take some potency for that.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
We're going to want to be taking constant damage at some points to keep the recon passive up. Mainly from the lava floor, but sometimes from small bugs as well, just to keep the maximum reload and movement speed. So extra healing is always nice to help out with that. Fire rate. Decent reload. We're mainly looking for potency and reload on that to apply more debuffs with it. And that's going to be the same thing for most weapons here. The Nishanka will be scaling up the damage some. And I guess probably the Zukov as well, since the level 18 spiral pattern on that is just so nice. Damage, potency, we take that. Oh, we need to get some more damage on the shellback so he doesn't stay too healthy. Zukov is pretty nice. If you can keep him following you closely, you can land all the shots on him, and then you can chase him for a little bit as he passes you. Decent potency. See if we can grab that Nitra before it gets too dicey. Then we can probably stop him soon, and then a couple detonators are pretty close. Potency into an overclock. We'll take the reload speed. Can maybe pull him through some detonators here. Okay, not bad. And then he shouldn't be too bad now. We could definitely use some pickup radius, haven't gotten any of that yet. Ooh, some gold I missed. I think that was everything. We can delay it a little bit and then do a bit of AoE farming with the detonators that are still alive here. Paint job, sure. We do still need the best overclock for that, so let's see, nothing we're looking for here. We need Subata and Bolt Shark for the last 2 slots. Nope. There's one of them. Potency, sure. We'll get a bit of crits. Damage, we'll take the fire rate for the Subata over that. Level for that. Then here, we could probably use some levels for the Zukov since it should be a pretty good weapon. Nah, well, actually we do have an electrical weapon locked in, but it would be much better if I take it to level 12 and get the electrical conversion. Take the decent fire rate for that. Here we'll take some more Subata fire rates to make that better at debuffing if it can become acid. Then here we'll take probably the level on this. Since we really want to get that up to 12 for the electrical conversion and then 18 for the massive fire rate increase. Let's take an okay potency here. That's not too bad. I think that's pretty expensive when we're probably going to be in range for it anyways. It's unfortunate we don't have the Bolt Shark yet. I'll grab a bit of piercing and a cheap reload. Projectile damage should work on basically everything. Some movement. Fire rate definitely. Paint job might be worth saving. We have 0 nitra, so probably find plenty of upgrades in time for the next shop. But yeah, we do need to get some decent gold before 2 more levels, since that'll be the last weapon. We also need to not get surrounded here. I do want to get the overclock, so we could probably use some more pickup radius still. I think that's 5 rerolls. That should be enough, hopefully. Try and clear out some of the escape paths here. Magnet we can save for later. Ooh, there's a bit more gold. We can use the detonators to mine out. So we're looking for the Bolt Shark. Nope. There we go. We already have electrical, but the only way to get the acid synergy is with this Subata, so we have to get the conversion for that. Big XP. What's the other one? Okay, we'll try and smash one of these, I guess, and keep the other alive to farm XP for a while longer. Do we want to go reload or damage? I should be able to get a decent amount of potency with upgrades like this, so let's go for more hit-based stuff like reload speed and fire rate to apply those more often. We have some pretty good XP already. I think that was a legendary and a purple. Reload into an overclock. We cannot get sidearm for it, so that's a bit of a dud weapon. Rip. Guess take the +1 beams. I guess we'll keep pushing the overclocks in case we get the artifact for that. Chemist Kit is actually kind of cool. I don't know if I'm going full status damage, but it will definitely improve our debuffing power when we have a lot of weapons for that. So I guess this would be the time to decide status versus hit damage here. We'll try it. Will actually improve our hit-based damage quite a bit as well, since acid amplifies the attack damage on them, and then electrical gives you crit chance. So by improving our debuffs, we're also improving that. I do want to take levels if they're pretty close, I think, to get those going. Definitely take a potency for that, and a big status since we're going to try that now. Let's grab a overclock here. Electrical, nice. Let's take another level there since they're pretty close. Big reload, I guess so. There might have been a bit more resources in the bottom left, but I might have let them ramp up too much now. We haven't really fully explored over here. Okay, looks like I probably did grab everything then. Back to the lava pools, farm a bit, and then grab the magnet on the way out. Reload into an overclock. Acid, very nice. That gives us both of the elements we're going for. We'll take some more fire rates here, I think, since we have quite a bit of XP already. Potency, I like that for more debuffing, and again, luck. Let's take the Subata, probably. We don't really have to have overclocks. Well, I guess we're looking for fire rate, reload, and potency there. We'll take some mining speed, don't have any of that yet. Paint job to finish that off if I want. We're only on the second stage, so I think that's a bit early. We're probably going to have some stuff for it eventually, so we'll take the status here.
Stage 2 completed. Taking you to stage 3. Well done.
Acid and potency, we can get a big crit chance, but I'll only have one reroll. Sure.
Let's shake it up.
Electric and potency, I definitely want that too. We'll take a paint job for that to try and get it to level 18 a bit faster, since that one is actually very good for the build. big electrical crits.
Got a blocked landing site for the supply pod. Get it cleared out, miner.
Should be some decent damage over time on him, so he might die. Almost. Maybe some of the chain lightnings will get him as we're finishing off the pod.
Big swarm detected. Lock 'em and get ready. Good work. There's a resupply on the way.
Coupons are pretty solid, especially early on. Especially when there's a lot of different upgrades we want here. We'll take fire rate for more debuffing power.
Fight for your life. The big swarm is
Nitro
emerging.
powder from the hoarder is quite good. One of the best blue artifacts in the game. Definitely gonna lock that in. Decent crit, sure. Some good melee damage on him real quick.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Alright, the damage is looking pretty solid so far. For only stage 3. The guy's almost dead in like one round of shots on him.
Think you can kill me? Well, think you can.
This ain't a picnic, miner. The bugs are all over you. Well done. Objective completed.
Magnet would be so good here. We could still use some more mining speed. We're probably gonna have to punch through with the detonators here. Let's go more debuffing on that.
Gather up your gears and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
I don't think I can go for all of that. We're fire rate for the Nishanka. Rip XP. Big damage if I want that. We do have a good amount of Nitra. Sure. It is the main weapon here, and we have the dual element scaling for that. 31 Nitra for a single level on that. And the reload's not bad on it already, so I think we're passing on that. Status damage. Fire rates. Nishanka levels. Fire? I don't think so. We just want to go for the two main elements I'm scaling here, I think.
I'm clocking it to 11.
Bit of armor, sure.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
And then holding a bit of Nitra is perfectly fine when we have the Nitra powder for the crit chance.
I hope this mission will pay all handsome. Sorry, your own fault.
I think the AoE damage is a bit lacking. We are struggling a bit with extremely large swarms like this. So maybe getting some more piercing on the weapons would be helpful. The Nishanka does have 50 by default. We'll take a purple reload. So that one should be fine. Just getting a bit more on the Subata and the Zukov, I suppose. Oh, and also the level 18 on the Zukov would be a massive boost to it. So we might want to prioritize that a little bit more, so we don't get overwhelmed at some points. Probably have to draw those away for a bit as well. Let's probably turn damage numbers off so I can clearly see here, because there's a lot going on right now. We would lose 108 HP, which is very painful. Honestly, I think I'm down to just grab the pretzel so we don't die. That plus the ration pack will actually give us quite a bit of survivability. And it's getting a little bit rough right now with the lack of AoE damage, I think. Should still be a lot of gold somewhere, it looks like. Electrical, sure. Oh yeah, I need to get 18 on the Zukov. The Nishanka knockback is kind of keeping the elites away, since it does target the highest HP enemy. Probably can't run through that. Let's see if we can grab some passive triggers over here. Reload, we do kind of want to get that up to 18 pretty quickly, I think.
Stage 4 is done. Onwards to stage 5 we go.
Nishanka times 2, some fire rates. We'll take an HP since it was getting a bit dicey there. Paint job, it is kind of low level. Normally not a big fan of these, but I'll try and help it catch back up. Fire rate definitely. I guess we'll take the cryo here. Add a bit more crowd control to it. Oh yeah, I didn't even decide on a level 18 for this. I guess we'll probably take all the bolt types firing at the same time. We'll lock that. We need some levels for the Zukov. One more to try and finish that. Okay, there we go. 200% fire rate plus the spiral pattern, and I guess we'll lock the luck as well. Grab a Subata overclock. Sidearm to buff all of our weapons, sure. We need a lot of gold stuff since we have those two locked, so I'll pass on the HP there.
This is the big one, Miner. Find and destroy the cocoons and take out that Dreadnought.
So our AoE damage should be much better now with the Zukov up to 18. Got a few more levels on the main weapon. And also the sidearm for the Subata. getting the third type of bolt on the Nishanka does reduce our acid debuffing power until we can get the level 18 overclock for that. Let's try not to get surrounded right now. Pretty hard to mine in corners like that. At level 18 on the Subato, we can double the shots from that behind us, which is a massive increase since you're doubling the damage of the weapon, but you're also doubling the number of stacks applied. So you're actually over doubling the damage of that weapon, but you're also improving your other weapons as well. I don't know that I have enough AoE to fight through a horde right on top of it right now, though.
Objective completed. Excellent job.
Multi-tool? We probably have a fair number of stuff with 2 different elements and 2 different types of weapons, so we're at 87. That goes up to 108%. That's actually pretty weak. But I will definitely look for a weapon box later on, since those are always fun to see what you can get. It's too bad that adding the different types of elemental damage to weapons doesn't add extra tags to them, so you can't scale that with cryo or increase the reload speed any. We are on stage 5, maybe it'll still be worth it. Should be a good amount of nitro somewhere still. The Nishanka's going to be shooting the egg though, so that guy's definitely coming out now. Probably don't want to try for that with the bosses out. Damage or piercing, I could probably use the extra AoE from that, sure. Did I reroll the artifacts any? I don't think I did. We only have 45 nitro? Oh, there's some. I don't know if I can safely do it. There's kind of a lot of enemies. Gold on the top right and nitro on the left. It's gonna be kind of hard to grab them. I guess. Try and pull the bosses through some detonators here. That should help out a bit on them. The double shellbacks make it kind of hard to actually stay in place and hit the bosses, but we eventually got them. That would be a pretty bad place to get charged. Don't want to get too greedy, I guess. take the fire rate there, I think. Let it debuff even more. And then we probably want to keep the Subata hitting them whenever possible. For a lot of extra acid stacking. Potency, sure.
Dreadnought down. Objective completed. Excellent job. Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you.
Global damage is decent.
Impressive work, Miner. The Dreadnought never knew what hit it.
Grab our luck, some Nishanka, status, electrical, a lot of good gold stuff. Sure.
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
Global damage, probably pass on the rest for now since we need to reroll a little. Reload, it's a cheap level,
Power of
sure.
him courses through me.
Don't really need those, and I'm not super interested in damage for that. Mainly just the debuffing stats, fire rate, reload, and potency.
Get to it, Miner.
I hope this mission will pay off handsomely.
Wow, loot bugs are immune to explosions. How does one learn this power?
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly. Got supplies ready for you.
Nishanka, still need quite a few levels on that.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Weapon box, there we go. Got the M1000 with a bit of stats on it. There are so many bugs right now, my god. I've barely even mined anything on the level. We'll take that to try and get some overclocks for it.
You want some more? Meet your maker, Drake.
Objective completed.
That will teach you.
Oh, that actually added medium reload speed with the Nishanka. I'm not sure if I want to get a lot of that since 3 of the weapons that already have high levels are light. And the Nishanka isn't particularly high level right now, even though I wanted it to be. Big electrical crits.
Gather up your spears and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
It's a little bit weird trying to line up the back shots to maximize the damage sometimes, though, with the Subata, since that's a pretty big portion of her damage. Let's go Potency to finish that, have it split into multiple beams. I think I could use some Piercing here to help out the AoE damage. Bit of pickup radius, luck. Potency's okay, but we might need the Nitra for other stuff. I will take Projectile for those 4 weapons. That's pretty expensive, we will grab that. And then I guess a little bit of reload for more debuffing power.
You've got work to do and quotas to meet. You have your objectives.
I don't think that really changed our tags. We had all of these already other than kinetic. So that won't really have even scaled up the reload speed a whole lot. Rip.
Detected. Lock up and get ready. The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Still need a few levels for that, and fire rate's pretty nice. Decent projectile or some pickup. That'll work on 4 weapons, that's pretty solid.
Supplies locked. Get the landing zone cleared.
Gold tipped is not bad. That'll work on both the weapon damage and the debuff supplied. Not really going to be holding gold since there's so many good upgrades for a build like this, but it'll still give a decent little boost on the level itself as you're collecting gold there. Big reload. Yep.
Be happy you can see my scanner. But I advise that you move, miner.
Oh god, what is happening? Too many enemies getting hit by debuffs, maybe?
Objective completed, miner.
Nishanka fire rates. Don't have to take any of these. Let's grab some HP there to go with the pretzel. Should make us pretty tanky if we get too low on HP.
I will see to it there's a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Nishanka.
Let's shake it up.
Maybe something more interesting for that. Okay, there we go. All bolt types at once. That'll be fantastic for the 3 different elements we have. Some global damage. Don't think I want any of these. Could use some more levels for that, so we can take reload and fire rate to make it a lot better at debuffing, or just use the paint job. We do get the crit from Nitra, and we also want a lot of levels on that still, so I think I'm just gonna grab the paint job here and have the double parallel bullets for that. Big status damage, cheap level for that. Sure.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
And now our back shots will be even more powerful with a ton of acid debuffs.
Fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. The swarm is heading your way. Load up. Objective completed. Excellent job.
Some pretty nice damage over time stacks on the elites when we get the back shots on them like that. Like a third of their HP and then they just die instantly.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Hey, we're still not the greatest with huge hordes like this. Let's go fire rate for more debuffing power. Yeah, Yeah, we're probably gonna have to come back for this later if I can even complete it here. That's getting pretty risky. Let's not stick around. Pretzel and Ration Pack are definitely coming in clutch with some of the risky plays I'm making here. Also the recon passive, of course. And then random detonators exploding even though you're not in range. Love that. Let's go acid. Got some more potency and damage for that. I don't know if I can even get to the supply pod. My god, there's so many bugs here. Dodge stuff is actually not terrible here. Armor grease is pretty solid on the recon scout. Big fire rates, getting a bit late for luck, so we will take that. We'll take some global reload. Shanka levels, some status, electrical damage and potency.
Let's shake it up.
We are okay on these, other than that, but that's really expensive.
Nope. Try again.
That's a cheap one.
I'll take. What else?
I don't know about that.
Nope. Try again.
I'll take a luck from the
This is a
shop.
rare Next.
Paint job
If
is
it looks good, it
helpful.
shoots better.
And then we
Everyone
probably
knows
hold the rest of the nitra for the crit chance.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
that. On one minute, quite a fun. And moving dirt is the best way to make a living.
I guess we probably take the medium reload for the Nishanka. I think it does have a fairly slow reload, still at 2.5 too. And we've gotten some decent upgrades for that as well.
Big swoon detected. Lock 'em and get ready.
Let's sugar.
The piercing would have been extremely helpful early on. I just don't think I want to go down to 230 HP though, so we will go piercing still. And it will actually help out a ton right now when we're completely surrounded on all sides. Big mining, it's kind of late. We only have one stage left, so I think I'm just going to grab the status here.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective. Reconcile.
Paint job, grab some overclocks for that. I guess we may as well go fire on that. It will keep the same number of tags overall, since we don't have fire either, and we do have some decent status damage. Nishanka, I'm down for some potency there. +1 beams, I don't think so for 31 nitra. Potency definitely, and fire rates.
Surely next time will be better.
I don't think we need any of these. Fire rate for that is nice, that's pretty nice. Potency, probably not, especially when it's that expensive.
This is it. I want another go.
Shanka reload, probably.
I'm gonna be the best survivor.
I think the crit chance is probably more damage than that at this point. So we'll just hold a bit of resources for the scaling off of the gold tipped and the powder.
Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, miner.
I've got a bad feeling about this one.
So we are actually up to 4 different elements now. The acid and electrical that I was mainly going for. I ended up taking cryo on the Nishanka and fire on the M1000. Oh, we could probably have that on. Unless there builds up a ton of bugs all at once, then it might start lagging me out again. mobile damage. Mocap is okay. Reflex would probably be hard to use when we're already at 45% dodge. Probably don't want to reroll a bunch since we have the nitro powder for extra crit chance. I'll try and lower my HP a little bit right before the boss so we can maximize the deeps with that. If I don't dodge everything. That's probably good enough. Don't want to go too risky. Try and get our back shots now for massive acid stacks. But yeah, we probably want to try and stay moving for the artifact as well. That shelter. That is unfortunate. I don't think that charge hit me. I moved out of the spikes. Rip. I'm not sure on the damage breakdown since we had so many different weapons and so many different elements. I guess we could add most of them together and then add most of these together and then subtract from that. But that's too much. I think it had pretty good single targets. But we got a little bit unlucky at the end. Oh well. That's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.